So Freunde, the cat is officially out of the bag. Cosmoverse 5 is coming to the Balkans. To be more precise, we're coming to a split Croatia, expanding Cosmos to a new audience. That entire Balkan region is full of quality developers, most of which are not yet onboarded to Cosmos and are not really part of the ecosystem yet. So this is a huge opportunity for the ecosystem. Ethereum, Solana are throwing a bunch of events in that region throughout summer and throughout the whole year pretty much. So we're also joining forces and synergizing a lot more with them. And this year is also to ensure that Cosmos is going to be the most inclusive conference in Web3. For example, what's probably most relevant to you, we landed a deal with a hotel venue that is exclusive to Cosmos attendees for 105 euros a night, which includes a rich breakfast buffet. And I just spent a week at the hotel finalizing the contract preparations and just visualizing everything at the venue, which was a very packed and busy week. But part of this is that we have an exclusive deal with the hotel, which I think is very, very competitive for that type of hotel as well, right? It's a 5-star Meridian hotel, part of the Marriott chain. And yeah, the venue is absolutely stunning. Again, we'll have very competitive ticket prices as well that are coming very, very soon. So be sure to read through that full announcement and yeah, subscribe to our newsletter, follow us on Twitter as well to be notified once tickets go live and also once the reservation link for hotel rooms on our website is going to go live. Now, as I mentioned, we also have Super Team Balkans that is throwing a huge event also in Split Croatia, but basically targeting the entire Balkan region. Super Team, which is a Solana initiative, is also active in every single country in the Balkans, and they have this huge developer-driven event that is happening this summer as well, shortly around East Belgrade, which is the largest Ethereum developer event that is happening in that region as well, maybe even bigger than ECC, which is happening in Cannes in South France this year, which has a lot of trade-offs. And I think this year a lot of eyeballs will be driven towards the Balkan area. And if you are from the Balkan area, then please let me know in the comments. We can always need more support and yeah, more voices advocating and showcasing the potentials in the Balkan area. Also, big shout out to Petar, who is the founder at East Belgrade. And I just also went to their event last week in Belgrade, which was very, very cool. 70 or 80 quality developers showed up to their event. And this was just a meetup, right? They have this huge conference coming up in Serbia as well this summer. So we're definitely aligning with them. We're also aligning with Super Team and also strengthening the synergies between Ethereum, Cosmos, and Solana, like Petar's also pointing out. The Balkan unites them all. And of course, as Ahmed is rightfully pointing out, we'll have a Burek overload, also Cevape overload. So also make sure to get ready to eat a lot during that entire week. Also, shout out to Ivan, who is also based in Serbia and the VP strategy over at Tenderly, that is also fully based out of the Balkans. We also have Mihailo, the co-founder at Polygon, who is from Serbia, and a lot of prominent founders, including Žarko Milosevic, who is the CTO at Informal Systems, based out of Serbia as well. So we really have some seeds planted here and there, but I really want everyone who's from that region to highlight and point out that Balkans have huge potentials, especially for Cosmos, because again, this year is going to be for developers mainly. Last year, Dubai was mainly for investors and VCs. This year, we're kind of going back to our roots and onboard a new class of developers to the Cosmos ecosystem. Subscribe to our newsletter to get notified once tickets go live. And also here you will find all information very soon. We're working on a big overhaul here. Also how you can book your hotel rooms directly through our website. Or if you want to book more rooms, 10 plus rooms, then you'll also have the chance to connect with the hotel directly. Now, today is not only a huge day because we announced Cosmoverse dates and location, but also because of the Mantra airdrop. 10% of your Mantra airdrop allocation will be claimable today. And by the time you're watching this video, the airdrop is most likely already claimable. So I'll update a link below this video as soon as it's live on where and how you can claim this. There will also be tutorials by Winnie from our team at Stakecito or Sepmos from my team at the Zone to walk you through how you can claim, receive, or get your Mantra OM airdrop. So put your notifications on for today. In the meantime, also read through this article, which they posted also on Medium, breaking down their Sybil detection and decision on the OM airdrop allocation, because there's been a lot of backlash and questions from the community about what counted as a Sybil or not. The TLDR is basically that they have filtered out nearly half of the wallets that have been eligible until before the Sybil detection. And this Sybil detection thing was basically twofold. Number one, they had independent firms and then also their own team basically analyzing on-chain data and filtering out people that had more, like 20 or more wallet addresses that were all funded from a single wallet on-chain with the same pattern that were then flagged as symbols. So they had their algorithms and ways to analyze that. And then also they had a bounty program where they gave out 10% of the forfeited airdrop allocation to those that reported, and that bounty campaign resulted in 1 million OM that was linked to bot activity from 29 members that have been allocated over 106,000 OM as rewards, as a bounty. So that's all about that. If you still have questions here, then please leave it under the video here below in the comments. But overall, I think this all kind of makes sense, and they're also just breaking down their reasoning and their methodology. Now, if you want to stake your own airdrop, once you receive it, you will be able to do that here in Kepler. There are a bunch of association or foundation nodes that are still up there securing the chain. And then there are a bunch of community validators. With Stakecito, we're very proud to be one of them. So you'll be able to receive your own airdrop and then stake it directly with us. You'll also be able to get there directly from our website, and also to see which chains we're validating on and which chains you can stake your tokens with. And then you'll be redirected directly to Kepler wallet, and then from there you can stake. But overall, we're on 40 plus networks. We are securing over $100 million in assets from nearly 250,000 delegators, and we're also ranked in the top 3 when it comes to unique delegators. So a true community validator, and we really, really appreciate each and every one of you that has been staking with Stakecito over the past years, and that has been a loyal supporter since we started basically in summer of 2021. Please follow us on Twitter as well. Our handle is @Stakecito, and Winnie is leading all marketing and content efforts, so she'll also be posting a tutorial and content. Sometimes that's also time sensitive, but especially when it comes to airdrop claiming, to make sure you're doing the right thing, you're clicking on the right links, you're connecting your wallet to the right site, because that is the #1 most important thing. And then also obviously showing how you can stake your airdrop with us, with Stakecito, which again is very much appreciated. With regards to the OM airdrop, JP is also not only giving away his entire airdrop, but also he is adding to that allocation. So he'll make it 18,888 OM into a program that he will give out to the Mantra community, in addition obviously to the regular airdrop, which is currently around $125,000 on top of the 330 or 400 million that is already being given out. But it's just his personal bags and incentives, and one of them might be to consider to give this out to bike holders, which is a meme coin native to Mantra that was launched on StreamSwap, which was deployed recently on Mantra chain, originally developed by the team at Omniflix, big legends in the Cosmos ecosystem, by the way. So yeah, Bike might be receiving that airdrop, maybe also Sherpa, which is the one that I aped into, so I don't hold any Bike. And of course I hold OMI NFTs as well. I minted 2, I bought 3 more that are all staked, locked and loaded, and I also voted on that DAO proposal to receive the airdrop for OMI NFT holders. So JP also mentioned that OMI NFT holders will receive an airdrop greater than 70 OM. My personal guess is that it will be 88.88 or just 88 OM per OMI NFT. And eventually also OMI NFT holders will receive or get airdropped fractional real estate that is tokenized on Mantra chain. He was also hinting at that. So crazy stuff going on. I'm very excited for Mantra. Obviously, I've been knowing the team for a very, very long time. Even before they started Mantra, I knew the team in 2018. That said, I personally do not hold any Mantra OM, only the ones I bought for OMies NFTs, and of course the airdrop that I'm receiving, which is quite a decent 5-figure airdrop, to be honest. So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, I'm still unsure what I will do with today's allocation. And considering there are so many tempting discounts right now to be picked up from the ground, like Osmo, like Akash, like Dydx, all these quality coins that are hovering around all-time lows, while Mantra is actually holding up very, very strong, nearly $7 as I'm recording this video right now. We'll obviously see how the price will react to the initial airdrop distribution. But I think overall they have done the right thing for the community, which also means the airdrop now is worth a lot more, even though it's vested now and got pushed back by a couple months. But back then when it was announced, OM was like $2 or $3. Now it's at $7. So we'll see where this goes. Anyways, looking into other price movements into Cosmos, we're seeing nothing much, slightly up, slightly down, pretty much sideways. Atom $4.80, which is not bad, up 4% today, still a stable APR of 16% for staking or liquid staking your Atom. By the way, I also saw that there is now a liquid staking provider that I'm not familiar with, but they also just launched on OM. So you also probably be able to liquid stake your OM. But yeah, other than that, TIA $3.36, Say below 20 cents, Injective below $10, Dydx 63 cents, Akash $1.28. Osmosis below 30 cents. Like I said, this is all huge discounts there and very tempting coins to be picked up. But yeah, so price is one thing. It's what you see on the surface, right? It's the visible thing that also holds the entire ecosystem accountable. But the invisible thing is fundamentals. And fundamentals, vibes, technical innovation, shipping, cool products is what is not reflecting on the charts. And oftentimes also lagging behind or front running the price behavior. And I think right now fundamentals are front running the price in Cosmos because there's so much quality stuff that's being shipped and also quality people, mindshare, quality developers that is building in Cosmos that eventually will translate on the chart as well. Vlad, for example, also pointing out that Cosmos is the most painfully obvious part forward. And I want to highlight two things here. Number one, never once have I had to turn someone away due to technical constraints. So Cosmos technology really enables everyone to build anything. And if you can dream it, Cosmos lets you build it. Nothing else like it. Now pair this with this new leadership that we have now with Mac and Barry, the co-CEOs at Interchain Labs that are also now in charge of the Atom roadmap. And there's some major breaking news that was just announced. But first off, Mac also saying there are over 20 amazing applications he's working with that want to launch or relaunch as deeply Atom aligned. Now we're talking about Atom alignment, Atom the asset, which has been one of the most or biggest criticisms around the Cosmos Hub and Atom in the first place is that it doesn't accrue any value and there's no alignment around Atom the token. But Meg is saying, prepare for the Atom economy. There will be a true application ecosystem coming to the hub. And the breaking news that was just announced is the fact that Neutron is actually opting out from interchain security and launching their own Cosmos Layer 1 blockchain. And in this article, they're also explaining why they're doing that, what the benefits are, and also the future coexistence and synergies between Neutron and the Cosmos Hub and Atom, because there were a lot of synergies, Neutron being the very first ICS chain on the Cosmos Hub, ICS being a version of shared security where you entirely replicate the validator set to also opt in for that chain, which is Neutron in that case, and all of that had to go through on-chain governance, but there were a lot of constraints, I guess, from both sides. Now Neutron is breaking free of that. At the same time, it's important to point out that this is not the end for shared security on the Cosmos Hub, but there is a new version of ICS called PSS, partial set security, with chains like Illis or Crypto Dungeon, and eventually also Stride that is going to migrate, that will be partially secured by the Cosmos Hub and enable a lot more flexibility around that. Now, there are a couple of big changes happening with Neutron and the upcoming Mercury upgrade, which is scheduled for April 9th. One of them is obviously that there will be a set of validators. You can find the full initial validator set here in this blog post as well. There will be 20 network operators. All of them are also validators on the Cosmos Hub. With Stakecito, we're very proud to also support Neutron in that. Also big shout out to Wookie from Stake and Relax, Posthuman, also Golden Ratio Staking, Krasnet, Chorus One, Polkachu. Overall quality validators that are going to run the Neutron L1 in the beginning. Also, what's interesting here, there will be a fixed compensation that is targeting 3K a month, packed to uptime, block signed, and also prices provided through the Oracle, which is very different to most other chains, because in most other chains, the revenue, which is also the big challenge for any validator business to kind of sustain, is that rewards are very volatile, and having a fixed kind of reward for validators is much better to sustain the business, to plan the business, and all these kind of things. Now, there are already quality dApps integrated on Neutron, such as Astroport, Margin Vaults, AstroVault, Duality, SuperVaults, Electron. There's also Mars Protocol, Drop Protocol, and many more. Drop, by the way, also announced in that context that they will be launching DNTRN, which I guess is also going to be heavily incentivized with droplets. So watch out for that as well. And then another thing that has been announced here with regards to the relationship on the Cosmos Hub is the fact that they are proposing to basically claw back the community pool NTRN that is sitting now on the Cosmos Hub. Now, short backstory there, when Neutron launched, they gave out 7% of their supply to Atom stakers and Atom holders. 42.7 million of those were actually never claimed. So those were unclaimed NTRN tokens from Neutron's airdrop to the Cosmos Hub, and they were then subsequently sent to the Cosmos Hub treasury and not to the Neutron treasury. Now they're proposing to redistribute those allocations as presented here. Nearly half of this, so around 2 point something million, would go to the Neutron DAO, and the other half would be allocated to onboard existing commitments, but then to also fund the offboarding validation, but also as a security budget, which I think a lot of the Atom core community is probably not very happy about. Then also incentives for Atom related incentives and campaigns, and also for future partnerships. Now, obviously, this can all be discussed and should be discussed also in this forum post. I'm going to leave a link so you can leave your comments below this post, because Spade and the Neutron team are also going to look at that. They're also responding to that. For example, there's already been a comment on the NTRN clawback, and Spade already responded to it. There will also be a town hall in the coming days from the Neutron Twitter account, so you can also ask your questions there, or I'm sure that this will be addressed by Spade in that spaces. So my call to action is to go on this forum post and share your comments, your thoughts, your views on this proposal under this post, under this forum post. This is the #1 most important place to share your comments. You can definitely also share it under this video. I'm not sure if Spade will look at the comments here, but definitely post it under this post. Mike also sharing that full set ICS was holding back the hub because it didn't drive value to Atom. It was a burden and risk to hub validators, and chains using it couldn't upgrade quickly, which was also a big drawback, I think, for Neutron. And he's also clarifying that PSS, partial set security, will stay around and be improved. Moving Cosmos first means cutting bad products, because eventually what we need are good products. And another good product that has launched and is now fully integrated on Noble is Agoric's orchestration layer to enable fast USDC, reducing the time to send USDC from Ethereum to Cosmos chains from 18 minutes down to less than 1 minute. And you can do that by coming here to express.noble.xyz, click on transfer tokens, which you can see is now integrating Agoric's orchestration layer. And I think Agoric is well positioned as a B2B provider chain to offer this service also to other chains, other networks, other assets, and really showcase orchestration, because that is really what I think Agoric needs to do now, is to get their tech to use, and also for the broader community to also understand what orchestration actually means. Now you can become a user of orchestration by using fast USDC on Noble, but you can also become a user by depositing liquidity, because that's how this orchestration feature actually works. And you can come here, deposit liquidity by connecting your Kepler or Leap wallet, and you'll also earn fees by doing so. That's another way to also earn APR on your USDC. Now, lastly, I want to wrap up this video by sharing a couple of airdrop news. #1, we have the ATC airdrop claiming tutorial by Sepmos, Astonic XYZ, which is also linked to Plan Q, that project. And Sepmos is breaking down how exactly you are claiming that airdrop. Also, we have the Lazy Mushroom Society, which is an NFT collection that is being dropped by Fairblock. Now, that collection is dropping on Forma Chain, and the art for that was done by Sad Story, the same designer that's behind Celestine Sloth and also After the Filter NFTs. And exclusive to all Cito Plus members, we're proud to announce that we have landed 3 whitelist slots for Cito Plus members that will be whitelisted to mint this NFT. Next, we also have a couple of news from Initia. #1, Mainnet is launching this month. We have official confirmation, so Initia Mainnet is coming, and with it also roll-ups such as Milky Way that will go live with it. Then Initia also came out announcing that early investors will be able to stake their Init tokens. There's been a lot of debates around it. I think at first they said they will not enable that, but now they are going to enable it, and it comes with benefits. #1 being to boost their incentives for their community for active users in their VIP program, which actually stands for Vested Interest Program. And #2, a collective Gauge vote by Init and enshrined liquidity stakers. So what that exactly means, we'll have to see once the thing goes live. What we know with regards to the tokenomics is that Init will have a fixed 1 billion supply. And I guess the main challenge for any new token that is launching is to find the perfect sweet spot between having a proper security budget to make sure the chain is secure, also to keep investors happy, right? #3, also to keep the community happy, to make sure that they're also getting a share, maybe through an airdrop, and have, incentives for staking the token as well. And then also, of course, all the application developers and rollups and products that are launching on that chain. They also, in the best case, is also some sort of incentives for them, right? We saw Berachain pioneering with proof of liquidity, which is a game changer for application developers and liquidity on the native chain. Zon, the founder of Initia, also broke this down in a quick video that he shared on his Twitter. It's always Zonny. Now, finally, we also have some potential alpha of a new Cosmos chain that is launching, which might be called Converge, a chain that is co-developed by Athena and Securitize. And yes, this will be an RWA chain. It will be a new L1, the settlement layer for TradFi and digital dollars, Ethena is one of the most successful new stablecoin projects that has a $6.2 billion TVL and over 500,000 users. And yes, it would be absolutely amazing if Ethena launched as a Cosmos chain fully IBC enabled, because that means we have huge liquidity onboarding rails. And I think overall, this would be a huge net positive for Cosmos if Converge were a Cosmos chain, but at least it sounds and quacks like one. So let's see. We already know that Ondo is launching one, and hopefully Ethena is next, and many others still to come. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you're excited about Cosmoverse coming to the Balkans, coming back to Europe. And yeah, stay tuned for tickets and for the announcements there. Also, book your accommodation directly with us. It's going to be a lot cheaper. And yeah, you're going to have a great time. I'll see you here very soon on Cryptocito. Have fun claiming your home airdrop. Until then, stay safe and be good.